Okay, let's do some yoga. Today we are going to focus on 3 standing positions. Standing postures are invigorating, they refresh the mind and the body, they increase mobility in the hips and the legs and the arms. They teach us good alignment, which is crucial for moving forward with great movement. They increase circulation and improve breathing. So standing postures are all good. We are going to start firstly in Tadasana, the root position, placing our feet nice and firmly into the ground beneath us. You might like to lift the toes and give them a little bit of a wiggle and then place them into the mat once again. We're going to start with Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, which is extended stretch, one foot in one hand. And we're going to move through a couple of stages to get there, just laying the foundation for a good posture. Remember to always work in the lower parts of the position to gain your confidence, your balance, your strength. Avoid pushing forward too far too soon. Let go of the ego and bring yourself into your present moment of practice. So Tadasana, mountain posture, we want to create that lifted feeling all over. So from the soles of our feet, we begin to rise up. We elevate through the legs, front, back, sides of the legs. All parts are lifting up. We create space around the pelvic girdle. We lift internally. We rise up externally. We soften the shoulders away from the ears. Be aware that if you're pulling everything up, that you're not shrugging the shoulders up to the ears. You want to drop them down. Take them back. Open out across the front of the chest. Unclench your teeth and breathe. So find a spot on the wall in front of you and focus, concentrate. Being aware that focusing and concentration can sometimes cause you to either hold the breath or clench your teeth. Avoid both of those things. You want to keep the breath flowing freely. You want to unclench the teeth. So you're going to take the weight into your left foot. You're going to peel the heel of the right foot off of the mat. And you're going to draw that right knee in towards you. Link your fingers, bring them round the front of the shin. Get your shoulders above your hips. Your head central over the shoulders and hips. Breathe. You might like to give a little bit of movement to the right foot there. Making small circular movements, anti-clockwise, clockwise. You might like to point and flex the foot. And then gently release. Take the weight back onto both feet, nice and planted. And then we'll go to the other side. So you take the weight onto your right foot. You peel the heel of the left foot away and draw that bent knee in towards the trunk of the body. Again, getting your head and shoulders over your hips. Pull the tummy in, draw in the belly button to connect with the base of the spine, making it nice and strong. Make some movement, the left ankle. Maybe some pointing and flexing. And then return to a standing position. Okay, also with these postures as you're standing, and we're going to be connecting one foot in one hand. Remember, if you have a belt or a strap, it's a great working tool. It will come in useful, so be aware to have one of these close by. Let's use it now. So we'll take the weight onto the left foot again. We'll peel the right heel away, pick the foot up, place the ball of the foot into the belt or strap, And then get your shoulders back over your hips, the torso like a column. You're standing very upright. Nice deep breath in through the nostrils. And as you exhale, you're going to begin to straighten that leg. So it will take time for your hamstring and your calf muscle and your Achilles tendon to stretch. Be aware of this. Avoid forcing it. And if your leg is down here at the moment, it's better to be straight and down here than up in the air and everything bending and wobbling all over the place. Okay? So you want to get a nice firm foundation on your left foot, and then slowly but surely allowing that right leg to straighten. We'll release that foot, take it down, breathe in, breathe out, and transfer to the other side. Let's peel the heel away off the mat, lift the toes, place the ball of the foot into your belt or strap, and then once again get the trunk of your body nice and upright, your head and shoulders central over your hips. This is where your great alignment comes into it. If you can always have this nice direct upward standing position, a central centered posture, then you won't go far wrong in all the branches that come away from that position. Nice deep inhalation into the nostrils, exhale slowly, begin to straighten that leg. Doesn't matter if it doesn't straighten immediately, it's a working process. Your constant practice will allow the body to continually stretch and lengthen, and then we'll release that foot down. So moving to the next part of the position, remember as well that you could use a chair, perhaps having it beside you so that you can hold on to help with your balance in the early stages, or of course you could use the wall. Make use of these things to increase the feeling of stability as you practice. So Uchita Hasta, Padangasthasana, one foot in one hand. Let's draw our weight onto the left foot. We've got a strong lifting leg. We've raised the knee. We've drawn up through the quadricep. We've got the body upright. We're going to peel that right heel away from the mat. We're going to keep our focus on the wall in front of us. We're going to avoid bending forward. Rather, we shall draw the knee towards the trunk of the body and take our hand to connect with the foot. So it's same hand, same foot. Again, at this point, if you're still using your belt or strap, that's fine. A nice deep breath in as you lift up and create space. And then as you exhale, begin to extend the leg. Keep drawing up through the trunk of the body. Avoid collapsing forward. If you feel stable and confident, you can swing that right hip out, counterbalance with the left hand, rise up to the crown of your head, breathe in, breathe out, unclench the teeth, and then gently, and with the grace and strength that you entered the posture, exit it. Bring both feet once again into their nice grounded position. Rise up through to the crown of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Then we'll transfer the weight onto our right foot and be observant of this transference of weight. You can feel it in both feet, and then you can feel as it travels to one side. We're going to peel the left heel away from the mat. Without bending forward, we're going to draw the knee up towards the trunk of the body, and then take our left hand to connect with our left foot. Place your right hand on your right hip. Now, of course, at this point, you could possibly also be using your right hand to rest against a wall, hold on to a chair, or you might be using your belt or strap. These adjustments and accommodations are all acceptable. Breathe in, pull up internally pubis to navel, create space, rise up to the crown of your head, and then on your next exhalation, you begin to extend and stretch through the left leg. Another breath in. Think about lifting the left hip away from the left femur bone, the thigh bone, and then you could possibly rotate outwards in the hip socket, counterbalance with the right hand, rising up through to the crown of the head. Breathe in, breathe out. Draw the leg forward, bend the knee, and release, coming out of the position with the grace and strength that you entered and held it with. If you find that you're crashing out of the posture, falling to the side, then that possibly is an indicator that you're trying to go too far, too soon into the fullness of the position. And you should work again at the lower levels of the posture. Remember, use the belt or strap. You could actually even, on a daily basis, just practice this position and grow strong here on both sides. Getting used to that feeling of standing on one leg. You are revitalising and refreshing your memory of balance and coordination. You are reconnecting with proper alignment. So it takes time. Be patient with yourself. Let's move now to Vrksasana, tree posture. So we'll take the weight onto our left foot, we'll peel the heel of the right foot away from the mat, and then you decide at which point you want to rest your right foot. It can be aligned with the ankle, with the knee, or right up the very top of the inner thigh. Use your right hand to gently draw that right knee out in line with the hip. You have this continuous flow of energy rising upwards, lifting you, drawing up centrally and pulling up, zipping up, pubis to navel, navel to breastbone, breastbone to brow, brow to crown, and up. Let's breathe in and raise the hands to shoulder level and exhale, extend through to the fingertips. Feel the organic energy working across the front of the chest and along the arms. You can draw the shoulder blades back towards each other so that you open out further across the front of the chest. Now from the shoulder girdle, remember their ball and socket joint as well, you can breathe in and rotate the arms. And then when you breathe out, you can extend your fingers down towards the mat. Breathe in, bring the hands up. Draw the palms of the hands together over the crown of the head and then slowly bring the heels of the hands towards the crown. Keep the elbows out in line with the ears. So you can draw the shoulder blades together a little more so here to achieve this. You want to unclench your teeth, soften the jawline. Breathe in and make yourself as tall a tree as you possibly can. Concentrate, focus, breathe. And then on your next breath in, you'll stretch the arms up, forever creating more space. And even as those hands descend and you're surrendering them downwards, you can still feel the upward flow of energy to the crown of your head. And then release and bring the weight once again to both feet. Take the time here to settle into your foundation. Close the eyes to retune in. Sense that you still have this elevation about your body and your mind. And then open the eyes and we'll transfer to the other side. So the weight of your total body mass has now transferred into the right foot. You peel the left heel away from the mat, and without looking down, you take your left foot to your chosen position. You can have it at the ankle, at the inner knee, or all the way up at the inner thigh, at the very top of the inner thigh. Use your left hand to gently draw that left knee out in line with the hip. Focus on a spot in front of you. Unclench your teeth. Maybe think about having that little tilt of the pelvis in case at the moment you're pushing your buttocks out to the wall behind you and pushing the chest forward. You just want to get yourself into that nice column-like position. And then breathe in, raise the arms, the hands, reaching out to shoulder level, stretch along the arms. And be aware of drawing the flesh and the muscle back towards your bone. Because as the arms are stretched here, you may have some soft skin hanging underneath here around the triceps. Just pull it back. The mind is very powerful. Send the message. Skin, pull back to muscle, skin and muscle attached to bone. And then we'll rotate those arms from the shoulder girdle to our next breath out. We'll extend the fingertips down towards the mat. Keeping the shoulders soft and relaxed, we'll breathe in and raise the arms up, bringing the palms together over the crown of the head. And then bending those elbows, keeping them out in line with the ears. Heels of hands toward the crown of the head. We're continually making ourselves nice and tall. We've unclenched our teeth. We can smile if we so choose. It actually feels good to smile. A little bit of a facelift whilst you're practicing. Pull up internally, pubis to navel. Be aware of the lungs inflating. Ribcage opening as you breathe in, and then experience the surrender as you exhale. And then we breathe in, reach the hands up, rotate. As they're lowering, we've still got that lift and elevation through to the top of our head, and gently we release down. And give our legs a little bit of a shake, our arms a little bit of a shake. In between every movement, you can always have a little bit of freedom of movement. And now let's go to Trikonasana, triangle posture. Now this will increase mobility in your hips, it's going to strengthen your legs, it's going to bend your spine laterally. Now there's a very right way of doing this posture and there's a very incorrect way as well. We'll be looking at those as we travel through the position. So we take a nice breath in and draw the palms of the hands together at the sternum, the breastbone, and we'll have a breath out. Then we'll breathe in once again, exhale, jump, step or walk the feet about 3.5 feet apart and the hands come to shoulder level. Nice deep inhalation. Remember that pulling up, pubis to navel, navel to breastbone, all the way up to crown of head, up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift our toes and we're going to turn them to the left. We're going to turn the left foot out 90 degrees. We're going to turn the right foot about 45 degrees. We continue with having our hips pointing straight ahead of us. So avoid turning your body to the left. The trunk of your body is still nice and straight, like a column. Unclench the teeth. Be aware of the flow of breath circulating to all parts of the body. You can feel it in your toes, pick them up, give them a wiggle. You can feel it in your fingertips, reach the fingertips to either side of the room. Another breath in, create space, and then exhale. We're slowly going to stretch to the left. And we're going to move slowly so that we're able to consciously control. You might only get to here, but it's better to be here than trying to go further into the position and collapsing out of your alignment. You need to keep your alignment, your shoulders level with your hips. You're going to travel that left arm further out to the left and then lowering it. The left hand will come down to rest towards the left shin. You might want to rest it on the left thigh. Avoid resting it on the knee. We want no pressure on the knee. And the right arm will reach up, stretch up to the ceiling. You can feel the stretch being created from that right hip all the way towards the right armpit and then all the way up towards the fingertips. Imagine you are between two panes of glass. So be honest with yourself, ask yourself, have you collapsed your body forward? Have you rolled it forward because you're trying to get your hand even further down? If you've done this and your right shoulder has come out of line with your left hip, then you are incorrect and you are missing the full nutrition of the posture. So you need to breathe in, you need to open across the chest, you need to stack that right shoulder above the left and ensure that both shoulders are in line with the hips. And then pull the tummy in, breathe in, and return to that central position. Turn the toes to 12 o'clock. If you can keep the hands raised here, then do so. It will strengthen your upper arms. If you need to lower them and take a breather, then you can also do that. Your choice. Let's move to the other side. So we're pulling up internally. We're going to lift our toes, turn them to the right. We turn the right foot out 90 degrees, the left foot in 45 degrees. Our hips and our chest face the wall in front of us. And a good indicator as to whether you are correctly doing this position is to place yourself against a wall and keep your shoulders connected with the wall as you travel into the position. If one of your shoulders collapses forward, you know you've come out of alignment. Okay, so we're creating space. We're always thinking about creating space because that happens every time we breathe in. So inhale, lift up, zip up, and then exhale and stretch to the right. So you're stretching those right fingertips as if you want to touch that right wall. And then you begin to lower. Bringing the right hand down to rest on your thigh or your shin. In time it will go further down towards the ankle and the foot. Raise your left arm up to the ceiling. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Scoop the belly in. Pull the belly button to connect with the base of the spine. Remember, your stomach is supporting your spinal cord. Breathing in through the nostrils. And as you exhale, let's have a bit of a rotation where we're turning the right hand side of the body round towards the centre, and then from the centre we're rolling the left hand side of the body up. If you can turn the head and neck on the cervical spine to look up to the thumb, then great. Unclench your teeth. Breathe. And ask yourself, are you staying in alignment? Is your left shoulder stacked above your right? Are both shoulders aligned with your hips? Do you feel like you are stuck between two panes of glass? You are not dropping forward. You are keeping within the alignment. And then we'll pull the stomach in as we breathe in and return to that central position. Let's turn the toes to 12 o'clock and slowly lower the hands to rest on the legs. Nice deep inhalation, and then you'll jump, step or walk the feet together. Breathe in, bring the palms of the hands together at the chest, at the heart, place of all truth. Tadasana, mountain posture. Let's tilt the pelvis, pull the tummy in, draw the belly button in, back and down to support the spinal cord. Let's close the eyes and tune in to your flow of breath. As you breathe in, you become aware of the ribcage opening, the chest moving, pushing forward, the lungs inflating, and then that all reverses for the breath out. The chest contracts, the ribcage closes, the lungs deflate. Soften the tongue in the mouth. It will swell in the mouth and touch on the teeth as you relax and let go of it. And gently release the hands down. Take a moment to find gratitude for your practice today, for being the person you are, for making the most of space and time and your life experience. And remember, a certain truth is that yoga is good for you.